Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. May I take your order? Today we're going to be finding the surface area of pyramids. And so we're going to use the idea of nets, and then we will also talk about a formula to find the area of all of the faces on a pyramid. So just a little bit of vocabulary review, right? Pyramids are classified using their base. So the flat face on the bottom, right? Could be a square, could be a rectangle, could be a triangle, right? Could be, any polygon shape that we know. And then surface area, as a reminder, is the amount of wrapping paper, for example, it would take to cover the outside of this figure with no overlapping at all. So, if we were to take a pyramid and kind of unfold it into a net, right? This is one way you could draw. Right, you could draw the net, and this would be the net of a square pyramid. Notice the square here in the center. It's got 3-inch edges. Maybe we don't use the green. A little hard for me to see, right? And then it also has these triangular faces. So once you have the net, then you just need to find the area of each of the faces. So the square is really easy, right? Find the area of the square. Right, the area of the base here would be one side squared. That's what this S squared, right? That's side squared. And because every side on this square is 3 inches, we know that the area of the square is 9 inches. And then finding the surface area, or the area of each of the triangles, right? Because it is a square pyramid, all of the bases are 3. And then they tell us here, right, that the height of all of our triangles would be the same, and that's 5. And so that's this kind of math right here, where we're doing the areas 3 times 5 times 1/2, or 3 times 5 divided by 2. And then again, just like we did surface area for prisms, then you add the area of each face together to get your 39 square inches. Second way, right, would be to use your formula here, right, where in this particular case with a pyramid, right, the surface area is equal to the area of the base, right, plus the area of all your triangles. Okay? And so over here, they use some different variables for that. They use this capital B as the area of the base. They use an N for the number of the triangular faces. And they use a capital A for the area of the triangle. So the way I kind of think of it, right, when we were doing prisms, you'll remember that we were doing for the prism, right, I did left and right, top and bottom, front and back, right, or however many of those faces that we needed to, right. Here, I might say, right, that I would have the base, and then depending on what was going on, I would probably number my triangles, right, as a nice intermediary. In a square pyramid, knowing that all of my triangles, right, these will all have an equal area. If the base is a triangle, right, depending on what type of triangle you have going on, right, in this particular case, these are all equilateral triangles. These are all the same triangle where all the edges are kind of the same. There are 4 identical triangles here. And so you find the area of one, and then you can multiply it by 4, and that's what's going on down here. And that's what's going on down there. Right? Surface area basically is find the area of each face, add it all up. So here we go. Here are 2 examples. Okay? Over here, this is a square pyramid. I'll give you these hints, right? And then this is a triangular pyramid. Why don't you pause the video and try to find the area of both of them, or kind of work along with me That's totally up to you. So in the square pyramid, right, I would start with my base. Because it's a square, and each side here is 6, I know that the area is going to be 6 times 6, or 36. Right? Because it's a square, I know that although I have 4 triangles, right, there are 4 sides to a square, I would have 4 triangles. I also know that all my triangles are the same, so if I found the area of 1, I could just multiply that by 4. And so here, to find this area of this one triangle, right, I know that the base is 6. They tell me the height is 8. And then I'd multiply that by half, divide that by 2. So 6 times 8 is 48, times 2 is 24. And then I have 4 of those, right? And then again, the area is just adding all of this up. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 16, plus 6 is 22. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13. The total area here is 132 centimeters squared. Triangular prism. Notice here it tells us that there are 4 identical triangles, and they are all equilateral triangles. So if you know any of the sides, any of the edge lengths, you know all of the edge lengths. So again, even though I know, switch colors here so that we can, even though I know that there are going to be 4 triangles, I know that they're all the same. So by finding one of them, I can find the area of all 4. So let's see here. My base is 4. It tells me that the height is 3.5. I need to divide that by 2 for one triangle, and then in the end, I'm going to multiply that by 4 for all of my triangles. So let's see here, 4 times 3.5. That would be 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times a half is 2. That's 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. 7 times 4 is 28. If you have a question about either of these figures and how I figured them out, you should come and see me. Otherwise, you should complete 7-7 in the online textbook, and have a great day.